I'm not from Royal Servants Mission Trips. The COVID-19 outbreak has left a lot of us feeling disoriented, to say the least, right? We go from school to now we're in social distancing. Some of us are in shelter in place. And while being home from school is fun, we're also sort of staring down potential loss. Like, there's some real sadness among us today. Because maybe we've also already lost our spring break plans, whether it's a family vacation or a spring break missions trip. We're looking at the loss of our spring sports season, maybe prom, maybe more, and that's left us hurting. I know as a running coach, I have athletes who were hoping to turn their track season into a college scholarship, which doesn't seem possible right now. Some of us are facing the reality that we have relatives in nursing homes or in hospitals, maybe dear friends who we can't visit, and we may never get the chance to say goodbye to, at least not in person. These are hard things. And there's a question, like, in the midst of this, how do we as people of faith respond? Well, I want to take you to one of my favorite Psalms, Psalm 13. David writes, "How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I take counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all day? How long shall my enemies exult over me? Consider me and answer me, O Lord my God. Light up my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest my enemies say, I have prevailed over him. Lest my foes rejoice because I am shaken. But I have trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, for he has dealt bountifully with me." I first learned this psalm in high school through a band called Shane and Shane. And as a prayer, it's supported me and carried me through a lot of difficult times. Notice what David does with his sadness. He doesn't wish it away. He doesn't pretend it's okay. He sits in it, and he asks God, how long? And that asking of God is an act of faith. He's saying to us that, God, you're the one. You're the one that I can trust with my complaints. You're the one that I can bring my hurt to in times of need. But notice his faith doesn't stop there. His faith doesn't stop with just the complaint. And notice God doesn't interrupt him. God doesn't stop him and say, hey, whoa, everything's going to be okay. Here's how long. He never answers his question. But in the midst of it, in the midst of the struggle, in the midst of the pain, David says, I will trust in your unfailing love. I will rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, for you, O God, have been good to me. So, will you take some time today to pray? Maybe write down your prayer in a journal or a notebook to express to God your frustration, your sadness, your fear. And then declare in your prayer, in faith, no matter how big or small your faith feels right now, that you will trust in God's unfailing love. If you look below, you'll find some suggestions for songs to worship God with together this week, as well as some scripture for your devotional time today. And hey, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular devotions so that we can seek our King and Creator together during this trying season. God bless. Love you.